Hi everyone, my name is Ananya and I'm the president of the Warwick Law Society for the upcoming academic year. Warwick Law Society is one of the largest societies on campus. We're home to over 900 law and non-law members, and we host over 125 events every single academic year that cater to students from different nationalities, backgrounds, academic disciplines and interests. So whether you're up for just a really fun social night or you're looking for something more formal, like our career events, which are hosted with some of the leading law firms in the country, Warwick Law Society is the place for you, and we welcome everybody with open arms. Please follow our social media platforms to stay updated with events and opportunities to get involved. I promise you there are loads, and enjoy the rest of this video as it's an opportunity for you to meet our brilliant exec.
Hi, my name is Rhys and I'm the Vice President of Warwick Law Society for the next academic year. As a member of our society, there are so many ways in which you can get involved. Most of our departments have subcommittees which you can join. You might find yourself helping to organise socials and careers events, planning the law ball, or producing new content for our student-led publication, the Obiter Dicta. We very proudly run a variety of pro bono initiatives which you can be a part of. These range from helping our local community and charities to remotely assisting public defenders in America with their casework. We also elect 2 first-year students as freshers representatives to join our executive committee halfway through first term, so keep an eye out for this. Our various mooting and negotiations competitions run throughout the year and are a great way to meet new people, develop new skills and challenge yourself, however experienced you might be. Whether or not you're a law student, and regardless of what career path you want to follow, there will be something for you.
Hi everyone, I'm Hannah and I am the Treasurer for Warwick Law Society this year. I have been working through the summer to secure sponsorships for Warwick Law Society. That means I've been in touch with all the top law firms and a wide range of other different types of companies as well, which are looking to get involved in with this year. So stay tuned as well.
My top tip for incoming freshers would be to have a bit of faith in yourself. First year can be really difficult and the work can seem really hard, but if you persevere through it, you will make it to the end. And just remember that you're not alone in finding things difficult, and there'll be so many people that feel exactly the same as you do.
A fun/weird fact about me is that I'm allergic to cockroaches, so I can't really touch them. It's not normal, but it is what it is.
My advice for freshers is to literally try everything and meet loads of new people. Now, I know you might be introverted like I am, but meeting new people means you're building that network, which comes into great uses going forwards.
Fun fact about me, well, I have a lot of fun facts, but I guess in the context of Warwick, I have never been to Neon despite being at the university for 2 years. If I had 3 bits of advice to give to freshers, the first one would be have an open mind. University, the best thing about university is that it allows you to rebuild your character and develop yourself as a person. The second thing is, I would say, just make sure to throw yourself into pretty much anything which interests you, anything which you like the sound of, because it's a great way to not only have something on the side, you might find an activity which you really enjoy, which you may not have thought of initially, and it's a really good way to make friends. And finally, I'd say be as organised as you can be. There will be times where you might feel under stress or under pressure, particularly around exam season or when you might have deadlines for essays. I'd say the best thing to do is to be as organised as you can be, make sure to allocate your time well, and your first year will definitely be a cruise.
Some advice I would give to freshers would probably be to go out to as many society events that you can and meet as many people that you can, because eventually it always helps out in your degree. A fun fact about me is that I'm related to a famous Bollywood actor, so if you want to find out who it is, you'll have to come and meet me.
Favourite memory from Lostock is Lostock Ball. I think that it is a really magical and special experience because you get to dress up, be with your friends, and it's just quite a nice time to have that kind of elegant aspect to uni. So yeah, that was really good.
Hi. So a piece of advice that I'd give to our batch of incoming freshers is to have as much fun as you can, because you don't get your first year again. And while uni is important for, networking and making connections, academics, career-related stuff and all of that, it is also important to have as much fun as you can, because these 3 or 4 years are probably going to be some of the most memorable years of your life. So it's for the nights that you'll remember, and sometimes the nights that you won't as well. Have as much fun as you can. That's the piece of advice that I'd leave you with.
A fun fact about me is that I'm a Warwick Undergraduate Global Excellence Scholar. I was actually part of the first cohort last year to receive the scholarship, so it's something I'm really, really proud of. My main piece of advice to everyone is don't be afraid to ask questions, whether that's to any member of the exec team, whether that's to any of your seniors, or even your professors for that matter. The only way you're going to be able to learn is by asking questions, and it's better to ask questions than to be completely unsure.
My advice to incoming freshers would be to get involved in as much as you possibly can. So when I was a fresher, the entire country was in lockdown, so we didn't have the privilege of having face-to-face events and things like that. So now everything is back to normal. My advice would be to just get stuck in. One funny Law Society experience I've had came in my first year of university. So I was actually 15 minutes late to the first round of the negotiation competition because I had overslept. So I remember being woken up to a phone call from my teammate asking me, "Isaac, where are you? The round has started." I had to quickly jump out of bed, throw on a shirt and act like I knew what was going on when I was completely clueless. We did end up winning the competition, but in hindsight, I don't think that was the best way to start things off.
Advice for incoming freshers is not to feel intimidated by the kind of social activities that go on during Freshers Week. I found personally that as you get involved, these activities become less intimidating, and you basically end up with friends that you're probably going to end up keeping for the rest of your lives. So maximize your fresher experience as much as possible and take part in as many activities as possible.
Hi everyone, my name is Sneha and I'm the Law Ball Coordinator for Warwick Law Society this year. A very random fun fact about me is that Justin Bieber follows me on Twitter.
My top advice to freshers would definitely be to use your time wisely, to work smart and hard, but to also engage with all of the extracurriculars, as on your applications you are definitely more than your grades. This can really help you stand out and show how you balance your time. A fun fact about me is that every time on a train there's some sort of disaster. I'm talking train stations on fire, opposite end of the country, get off at the wrong stop, it all goes wrong.
Hi everyone, my name is Nidhi and I'm one of your editors for the Obiter Dicta magazine. A fun fact about me is probably that last year, just before exams, I tripped up the steps in the Faculty of Arts building and smashed my nose, and we had to go to A&E and it was a whole thing. So definitely watch your step and take the lift if you can. My advice for freshers would definitely be to just put yourself out there and join societies and try new things, because it's such a good way to meet new people and make new friends. And as much as things might seem daunting or a bit scary at first, putting yourself out there is really so worth it.
A fun fact about myself is that I have been on Concorde. It didn't fly anywhere, but I have been on it.
A fun fact about me is that I hold a second Dan black belt in Taekwondo. Although I haven't practiced it in so long, it feels like I've retired. A funny lost-out memory for me would be during one of our circles when we ended up having a purple fight with another society. It was a colorful experience. My advice for incoming freshers would be to, number one, get involved with Law Society, of course. Our events and competitions are great ways to meet new people and develop yourself. And number two, manage your time and try to avoid doing things last minute.
Hi everyone, I am Megan and I am the non-law officer for the Law Society this year. Please excuse my voice as I currently have tonsillitis, which is lovely. My general advice to freshers would be to put yourself forward for as much as you can, because you will thank yourself later for it. And a fun fact about me is that I am completely terrified of whales.
The best piece of advice I'd give to an incoming fresher is take advantage of every single opportunity that comes your way. You're only a fresher once, so definitely live it up, soak it up, and make sure you finish first year with no regrets.
A fun fact about me is that I'm an animal lover. I've been able to feed animals such as jaguars, giraffes, penguins, but the list goes on. But most importantly, I have 2 sausage dogs, which you might even be able to meet on campus one day.
A fun fact about myself would probably be that I'm climbing Kilimanjaro this summer. It's about actually in 5 days, which is why I've strategically angled the camera so that you can't see all of the packing chaos on the floor around me.
My favourite Law Sock memory from last year was the Q&A with Supreme Court Justice Lady Rose.
A fun fact about me is that outside of sports, I also love to go to the gym, and my favourite thing to do at the gym is to weightlift and improve my strength. So my advice to incoming freshers would be to seize every opportunity that comes to you, whether that be to do with careers or socials or sports, so that you can meet new people, you can network, and you can find new interests and hobbies.
My advice to all freshers would be to not be afraid of failure and to never compare yourself to anybody else. And this applies across all your years at university, not just your first year. I know it can seem really overwhelming when you see the people around you get positions at societies or get into law firms that you applied to. And honestly, I've dealt with those emotions myself. But just know that everybody is on their own journey. And the biggest disservice that you can do to yourself is not putting yourself out there because you're afraid of failing. Because I guess the beauty of university life, and I guess life in general as well, is that you can always pick yourself up even if you fall down. Just know that there are a lot of people rooting for you, and you've got a really inclusive and supportive community at Warwick. You can always reach out to your friends, your peers, the law school, or anybody on the Law Society Exec. We're always here to help you out. And I hope you have the best year at university. Honestly, make the most out of it.